My husband looked me in the eye and lied about our dog. But that's not even the worst part. I'm a 29-year-old woman. My 32-year-old husband, Mark, swore our 14-year-old golden retriever, Buster, had slipped out the gate. He said it happened while he was bringing in groceries. But the Apple AirTag on Buster's collar told a very different story. I've had Buster since college. He's old. He has arthritis. He costs us about $250 a month in meds. Mark has been complaining about the cost and the old dog smell since our son was born. Our son is 2 years old. He keeps saying Buster is a ticking time bomb around the baby, even though Buster literally just sleeps 20 hours a day, and he has never growled in his life. Yesterday, Mark called me, sounding frantic. He said Buster ran off. I rushed home, sobbing. Mark held me. He said, maybe it's for the best. He was in pain anyway. Something felt off. I checked the Find My app. Buster wasn't roaming the neighborhood. He was stationary, at a high-kill shelter 3 towns over, a 45-minute drive away. I didn't say a word. I drove there immediately. I found Buster shaking in a concrete run. The shelter staff told me a man matching Mark's description dropped him off. He claimed he was a stray that snapped at a child. I brought Buster home. I packed Mark's bags. I put them on the porch. When Mark came home and saw the dog, he turned purple. He screamed that I was choosing a useless, dying animal over our son's safety and our financial future. He admitted he did it because he wanted the money pit gone. He said it was so we could afford a vacation. Here is where I might be the a-hole. Mark has no access to money right now. I transferred our entire joint savings, $12,000, into my personal account. I did it to ensure he couldn't use our funds to stay at a hotel or fight me, because I don't trust him anymore. He's currently sleeping in his car. His parents won't take him in. They love the dog. Now his sister is blowing up my phone. She says I'm financially abusing him, and that I'm delusional for ruining my marriage over a dog that has maybe 6 months left anyway. So, am I the a-hole? Did I overreact, or was I justified? Let me know what you think. I found a spreadsheet on my husband's laptop, and it proved he stalked me for 2 years. His justification? Absolutely terrifying. I'm a 27-year-old woman. I'm currently locked in the master bathroom. My husband, Mark, is downstairs making my favorite dinner. I'm 30, by the way, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. We've been together for 3 years. We've been married for 6 months. Mark has always been the perfect man. He's vegan like me. He's obsessed with 1920s literature, which is my niche degree. We met in a chance encounter at a pottery class. I attended it on a whim. Everyone tells me I won the lottery with him. He anticipates my needs before I even speak them. Yesterday, Mark left his work laptop open. I went to check my email, but a minimized folder caught my eye. It was labeled Subject. My name is Alina. Curiosity won. I clicked it, and my blood turned to ice. The folder contained hundreds of photos of me. They dated back to 2019, 2 years before we met. Photos of me at the gym, walking my dog, even arguing with my toxic ex-boyfriend outside a bar. But that's not even the worst part. It was a massive Excel spreadsheet. It was titled Optimization Protocol. It listed my habits, fears, and preferences with terrifying precision. Row 4, she hates cologne with sandalwood. Switch to citrus blend. Row 12, dream vacation is Kyoto in autumn. Save $8,000 for proposal trip. He proposed to me in Kyoto last year. Row 45, dietary restriction, go vegan. Note, Mrs. Steak, but worth it for access. He didn't just bump into me. He curated his entire personality to be my soulmate. He studied me like a science project. When he came home, I was shaking. I was holding the laptop. I expected him to panic. Instead, he just sighed and poured himself a drink. Elena, he said, looking me dead in the eye, most guys lie to get a girl in bed for a night. I rewrote my entire identity to ensure you'd be happy for a lifetime. I became exactly what you needed. How is that not the ultimate act of love? He says I'm overreacting. He says our happiness is real, regardless of how it started. He's technically the best partner I've ever had, but I feel like I'm married to an actor who learned his lines too well. Am I crazy for considering staying, or do I run from the perfect man? Did I overreact? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. My husband is working himself to death, and I'm sitting on a huge secret. I watch my husband come home exhausted every night. He has gray circles under his eyes, and I say nothing. I'm a 27-year-old woman. My husband, Mark, is 29. We've been married for 3 years. On paper, we are drowning. We have student loans, a car note, and credit card debt from our wedding. Mark just picked up a second job delivering food on weekends. Honestly, he looks like a ghost. Here's the secret. My grandfather left me a freedom fund when he passed away 4 years ago. It's $142,000 sitting in a high-yield savings account. Mark doesn't know it exists. My grandfather made me swear, literally on his deathbed. Don't let a man control your security. I took that to heart, but it's not Mark I'm afraid of, it's his mother. Mark's mom is a financial black hole. She has gambled away 2 houses. She guilt-tripped Mark into giving her his college fund when he was 20. If she smells money, she develops a sudden medical emergency, or she gets an eviction notice within 24 hours. Mark is a good man, too good. He cannot say no to her. If he knew about the money, he wouldn't spend it on himself. He'd hand it over to her the second she cried on the phone. The tension broke last night. Mark sat at the kitchen table staring at a $600 repair bill for his Toyota. He put his head in his hands and just started sobbing. He whispered, "I don't know what else I can sell, babe. I'm failing us." My heart shattered. I wanted to pull up my banking app. I wanted to transfer the money and wipe away all our debt instantly. We could buy a house. We could breathe, but I stayed silent. I rubbed his back and told him we'd figure it out. Later, I found an extra $200 from selling old clothes online to help, but it was just a withdrawal from the secret stash. I'm letting the love of my life work himself into an early grave because I don't trust him to protect us from his toxic family. I feel like a monster, but I also feel like I'm the only one ensuring we don't end up on the street when his mom inevitably crashes again. Does protecting our future justify watching him suffer right now? Am I protecting my family or destroying it? What would you do in my situation? Let me know in the comments. My husband is calling me the wicked stepmother of the century, all because of a Disney trip. I'm a 32-year-old woman. My husband, Mark, is 35. I have a daughter, Mia, who's 8. He has a son, Leo, who's 9. We've been married for 3 years. The dynamic is tricky. Leo has severe behavioral issues. Mark refuses to address them. We're talking screaming tantrums in restaurants, breaking electronics, and even biting. Our last family vacation was a disaster. 6 months ago, we went to a cabin. Leo threw a rock through a sliding glass door because his iPad died. We left 2 days early. I lost my deposit. Last month, I got a huge performance bonus at work, $15,000. I've been promising Mia a trip to Disney World since she was 5. She's an angel. She gets straight A's and helps around the house. She deserves this. So, without telling Mark, I booked it, but I didn't just book a trip. I went all out. First-class flights, staying at the Grand Floridian, and a VIP tour guide so we don't have to wait in lines. The total came to about $9,000, just for me and Mia. Mark saw the confirmation email on our shared iPad yesterday. He smiled and said, "Wow, Disney, the kids are going to flip." I had to stop him. I said, "Mark, this is a girls' trip, just me and Mia." His face dropped. He asked why Leo wasn't included. I was honest. I told him, I am not spending $9,000 of my hard-earned bonus to manage Leo's meltdowns in 90-degree heat. This is a reward for Mia, and I want to actually enjoy it. He exploded. He said I'm creating a caste system in our home. He said Leo will be traumatized seeing his stepsister go to Disney while he stays home doing nothing. He demanded I either downgrade our tickets to economy and stay at a budget hotel so we can afford to bring everyone, or cancel the trip entirely. I refused. I told him he's free to take Leo camping that weekend on his own dime. Now he's texting his mother saying I'm financially abusing his son. I feel guilty looking at Mia's excitement, knowing this will cause a war. Am I the a-hole? So am I the a-hole, or is he? Let me know what you think.